Hey guys, James Seymour, aka Sheloppe here with my good friend Clink182, also known as Paul. Today, yeah, subscribe to him, he's poor. Today we're going to be discussing, shut up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up! Today we're going to be discussing something that has been bothering me and a bunch of other people who are in the American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, and just the whole community as a whole, pardon my English, and how the multiplayer devs seem to like to abuse their power. Now, my buddy Paul here hasn't been banned, but I have. But Paul here has some pretty strong opinions on what's going on. So, first off, let me explain what's happened. So,
We are going to be disgusting.
Yeah. So what happened essentially was, I was in American Truck Sim multiplayer. I was really excited. I was like, yeah, it's out, yeah! And then some guy, I don't think his name was showing. It might have been. I don't know. I was in the cab view, so I couldn't see it. And I was in the thing getting a trailer, backing into it, got my four-ways on, my reverse beeper, everything.
Doing shit real proper like.
Exactly, trying to get everything, as realistic as possible. And then he just comes in.
Trying to catch the immersion is what you're after there.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so he comes in and just rip-roars it back, because I guess the trailers were parked in the same place. And I'm like,
as we all know, there is a no collision zone, so that's not what that evil thing was. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah, that wasn't the problem. The problem was that he should have been able to wait a few seconds. And anyways, so I blared my horn at him to be like, hello, wait. But he just kept going. He didn't really seem to care. So I did what any normal person would do in that situation. I cussed him out.
Called him an ass.
Yeah, I called him an ass. I called him an ass, and within 30 seconds, I got a little notification on the bottom left of my screen saying, you have been banned. Reason, insulting admin, banned for 5 days. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I find out he releases a video on YouTube of me doing it. I'm like, okay, buddy, you're not helping your cause here. Because essentially, you're just showing yourself doing something in the wrong. I called you an ass, but you were being an ass. So I got pissed off. So I went up to the vice project manager, Clarkinator. And I was like, okay, yo, help me with this. He read it, he didn't respond, so I'm like, okay, clearly he's not going to help me. So I took things into my own hands. And I found out...
Admittedly, you shouldn't necessarily have done. But
yeah. But all is done, whatever. Oh, gotta pull in for a way. He's also at work, so you're gonna hear a CB radio. That's not actually part of the game. Sorry to get your hopes up.
Yeah, I'm actually playing ATS
IRL.
in real life.
IRL, yeah. But yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask this guy politely at first to remove the video because it is infringing on my legal rights. It is defamation of character, as I am a content creator trying to start up, and he is publishing that and pretty much shaming me. So I said, take this down or I will have to get the law into it. Like, I'll have to make this into a legal thing. And I don't want to do that. And he's like, oh, what's the law number? Now, this isn't Clarkinator. This is one of the admins. He goes by JM. He's a real douchey looking fella, but whatever. I mean, I don't even care about insulting them anymore because I'm already banned for life for what I did. Not calling him an ass, but something that's coming up. So, and
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So he just started acting real fucking douchey-like. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. So I went and looked at his profile. And he has a link over to his own website. And then on his contact page, he says, oh, I work for Bell. And for those of you that don't live in Canada, Bell is one of the top tier providers for cable, internet, mobile, that sort of stuff. But you know, with me, I'm with Rogers, which is, you know, another one of them, and they're big competitors. So I'm like, you know what? Like, you're not even worth my time. I'm laughing at this like it's funny because I live very comfortably. I have more commas in my bank account than you will ever see in your life. Which, although isn't exactly true, you know, it still gets my point across.
Who doesn't exaggerate when they're mad? I mean, let's all be honest people with each other.
Exactly.
You know, you're gonna exaggerate when you're mad. I know anyone that ends up watching this has at one point gotten to an argument with someone over the internet and, "Oi, fight me, mate! I'm
Exactly.
fucking shredded."
Exactly.
When in reality, you're like 230 pounds sitting at your desk without a shirt on.
Exactly. Like what I'm doing. So yeah, and then I go back to appeal my ban because I was just like, okay, you know what, that was too much, you know. So I deleted the comment right after. I'm like, you know, I shouldn't be bringing his personal life into this. But apparently these people are really quick at picking these things up. So then Clarkinator adds a comment to the ban saying, now I've been permanently banned for doxing, which for those of you that
insulting his personal life.
No, doxing is when you're researching.
No, I said and.
Oh, yeah, and going into personal life. But doxing is essentially getting information on someone through the internet and using it against them.
Anything that the group Anonymous does is doxing. Hacking into something and getting something that's not public record.
Exactly, and
Clarkinator actually used the term doxing incorrectly in that situation.
Exactly. So what I was doing was not doxing, it was in public domain. So anyway, so yeah, I was permanently banned. My game just closed for some reason. Anyways, I was permanently banned, and I was like, I lost it. I lost my shit. I was like, listen here, you motherfuckers, I hope you all get fucking cancer and die. You know, and of course, my conscience kicked in, my good old Canadian conscience. And I felt bad. I was like, you know, that was uncalled for, I'm sorry. And they're like, you know what, we're not even going to lift the ban, fuck you. And I was like, come on, I'm trying to write what I know what I did was wrong, it was too far. But, you know, oh, there's cars floating, that's nice, and floating
That's
RV.
reassuring.
Yeah, their wheels are still turning, they're just floating on the ground. Oh shit, I was supposed to turn off here. So, you know, I was trying to write things, being like, you know, maybe if I recorded a video and to make a public apology, you know. And, you know, I spammed Clarkinator. If you want to see everything I said, I pretty much made a fool of myself. I pretty much made a fool of myself on my personal Twitter, which is at Jamie5121. Link to that in the description below. But yeah, and he just insisted, like, no. And then I see other people are getting banned. Like some guy got banned yesterday for calling someone else a retard. Now, in his video, I didn't exactly see what happened. A lot was happening, so. But yeah, he called someone a retard, and he got banned for 30 days. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I only got banned for 5 days, and I called an admin an ass. And he's like, oh, well, the context here is that he's been banned more than you. I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. So whatever. And then I noticed more and more people are getting banned, and it all looks the same. Abuse of admin power.
It's all because someone says literally a simple word, someone does something stupid, and one of the users points it out, and let's admit, alright, anybody that's actually played Euro Truck multiplayer, there's constant bicker back and forth, whether it be in English or Spanish or Russian or whatever. You know that one time you cut that Russian kid off when he said "Warclock," he was cussing you out. But the map in Euro Truck is much bigger, and American Truck only has 2 states, so all the admins of it are going to be around a lot more often, and it's just increasingly...
It's bad news.
Yeah, every time you turn around, we found, 3 or 4 people so far that they've been banned for literally saying a word in the chat. Retard, ass, what the fuck, whatever it may be.
Well, that was 3 words, but yeah.
Well, yeah, well, it'd be fuck, because, you know, what the isn't necessarily a cuss word, but it's... And people are trying to appeal their bans and everything else, and it's just, and it's the same group of people.
Yeah.
Mainly JM. JM's banned just about everyone that's been banned so far.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, that's frustrating because you think, okay, when you go to appeal your ban, it's not going to be the person that banned you that's going to be able to see it. It's going to be their higher ups, like Clarkinator. It's going to be those kind of people that are able to appeal the ban with you. Because when you get arrested, you know, the arresting officer isn't going to be the judge. You're going to have a third party come in and judge it. And judge and be neutral on both sides instead of you trying to appeal something and it's the person that banned you in the first place. So that whole system is messed up. And the way I look at it is that they say, oh, we're fair and we're just and blah 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 blah. But you're not. Your system.
Cuddle Torn was apparently also banned in the ETS2 Europe 1 server by Funny Bear, and we've actually met Funny Bear in game before.
Yeah.
But changed to permanent ban due to insults, and there was a YouTube video, which is something else that I'm finding really strange, that a lot of these that have quote unquote proof that they got insulted, video disappears.
Yeah.
With the exception of James's so far.
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't tried to look it back up. That one may be gone too.
Actually, I'm going to look that up right now.
But, I mean, what I'm seeing with it is, it's honestly a classic abuse of power.
Yeah.
And what person on the internet hasn't made us swear before, for lack of a better term? Oh, he made us swear.
Yeah.
But, I mean, everybody cusses, seriously. And rather immature, really, to ban someone even for 5 days an ass. Oh, you're an ass. Oh, well, you hurt my feelings.
And yet the video's still up, and it's got 75 views, 4 likes, 2 dislikes. And someone just submitted a comment in Russian. I don't know what that says.
Google translated. It's probably gonna say something about whirling or something.
And
we
it's
all know Google Translate is the most unreliable source for translation.
You can't copy comments on mobile. But anyways, I will translate it and I will put it in an annotation or something, so you know what it says, and I eventually find out. But yeah, and it turns out, you know, out of everybody that watched that video, only one person disliked. Only one person saw that it was unjust. And it shows how much people want to suck up to the admins, because they want to be admins themselves so that they can abuse the power. And it's just like, why? Why treat people like this? Like, what if the roles were reversed? If I did the same thing to you, you would call me an ass. Would I ban you? No, I'd say, watch your language. I wouldn't even say that. I mean, you're in a fucking truck simulator. Like, anybody who knows anything about any kind of trucker knows that truckers swear. And they say a lot worse than ass. Piss, shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. There you go. And there's probably more. But the thing is, oh, no, we're... Oh, he disconnected. Anyways, he'll probably be back, I don't know. But yeah, he'll be back. I think somebody just called him or something. And it's ridiculous, is what it is. Don't you? You're an idiot.
And you should see some of the, or you should hear some of the stuff that comes across my radio.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just checked it, and there's somebody that put a smiley face in the comments.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Again, sucking up.
But yeah, you should hear some of the insults that come. Now, generally, most truckers, especially within a company like mine, I'm a raw materials trucker. I drive a triaxle dump truck. Hopefully, I'm going to be in a tractor-trailer end dump soon. But within a company, it's generally good spirits. But
Yeah, like they know you're joking around.
if you're on the same channel with somebody else and they get in your way, you aren't going to hesitate them to tell them to move their fat ass out the fucking way.
Exactly.
Especially if they've been particularly problematic throughout the day.
Yeah, and I can understand. Like, I understand the banning system. I understand where that's coming from. You know, you don't want trolls on your server. But, you know, banning someone for
starting a ban chain for simply saying a word.
Exactly. Like, what are they going to ban?
Overboard.
Are they going to ban? Like, if me and Paul here were on ATS multiplayer and I called him an ass, are they going to ban me? Because I will simply just go and appeal and be like, he's my friend. We were saying it in good spirits. But they're going to be like, oh, well, you're not allowed to insult anyone on our servers. Do it somewhere else. You know, text them the insults. And I look at it as like, who are you trying to protect here? Like, I don't really think little kids are going to be playing this. And if they are, like, it's not like
if they can handle that and handle the actual level of simulation, then they're probably old enough.
Exactly. Like, I have a 4-year-old cousin, and again, piss, shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, twat. He knows every cuss word in the book.
I'm glad YouTube videos aren't FCC regulated.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. And just for the record, yes, my name is a play on the band Blink 182, and
yes.
What song is that? Family Reunion.
Something like that. Yeah. And that's by Blink 182.
Yeah, that's by Blink 182, and we've talked about that before amongst ourselves. That song is actually based on the comedian George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words segment, where he would go through the 7 dirty words, did piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, the words that you can't say on the radio, so his album could not be played on the radio.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of backstory on that song. If that song popped into your head with him doing that, that's what it was. It originally came from George Carlin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I guess the moral of the story is something needs to be done. Something needs to be done to show these people that what they're doing is complete and utter insanity. It's fucked up. So, I'm going to ask you guys, you know, I'm not going to tell you, you are your own free wills. But, you know, I think it's time that we boycott these people. I think it's time that this message gets spread around. Don't play multiplayer. And when they start losing people, their sponsors, the people that sponsor them to run their website, run the servers and everything, they're going to be like, nobody's using it. We don't want to sponsor you anymore. They're going to lose money. And they're going to start saying, okay, shit, we fucked up. Yet again, knowing them, they have big fucking heads. They have big fucking heads. They think they run the world. They think their shit don't fucking stink. But the best thing we can do right now is boycott. So, if you know someone
all
that...
6 of us.
Hey, my videos have been getting a lot more views recently, okay? So shut up. So I think what we should do, I will leave Clarkinator's Twitter handle in the comments below. I want you to go spam them. Be sure to use the hashtag justice. Actually, can you think of a better hashtag, Paul? I don't know, justice just seems kind of bland. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is justice?
I don't really know. I mean, if they make a comment, they'd like, seriously, stop being a cunt.
Okay, why don't we do this to begin with? Hashtag free Sheloppe. You know, no, because I don't want it to be centered around me, no. I want everyone that's been banned unjustly.
For stupid reasons. Banned for words. Like, seriously.
Exactly. Oh.
I mean, it's all semantics. It's serious. Like, there's no reason to ban someone, even start a chain of bans, honestly, over a 3-letter word that we have all heard, we have all said, where we are all breathing, capable adults or close to it.
Yeah.
And for a little bit of, what's the word?
I don't know. What's the word, Paul?
Not representation. Reprised. I don't know.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I think I was just going for a fancy word for justice, but I'm not sure. Our leniency.
Yeah.
When somebody flies off the handle, because I think James, I really do think we're glossing over the fact that you got a permanent ban for, completely insulting everyone that ever worked for them.
Yeah.
But I want to put this into perspective, like I've told you before, that this was one of the most anticipated simulators of the past year.
Exactly.
Sales were through the roof
I think.
when ATS dropped.
Yeah.
And it was a ridiculous turnout when ATS actually dropped. And that was the thing. People were ready for American Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator multiplayer. So the ones of us that do live in and around America, or some of the people in Europe that wanted to drive in America and go, hey, we can ride through America now on multiplayer with our friends. We can do a convoy there now too.
Yeah.
Like, all of this was highly anticipated, and you're going to start banning people within the first 20 minutes of release of the multiplayer mod because they said a word that hurt your feelings. I mean, I'm sorry, I may not have went as far as I hope you get cancer and die, but
yeah, that was a bit far. I understand.
I mean, I would have put a lot of southern flavoring on it.
You probably would have been just as bad, just in a different way.
Yeah, in a very different way. For those of you that don't know me, which is probably going to be 99.98% of you, I'm from the South. I live in South Carolina.
100.
And yeah, pretty much. I live in South Carolina, and Southern people have this way of they can tell you to go to hell in such a way that you look forward to the journey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't have been as blunt, but it would have been just as bad, because if somebody's looking forward to it like that and then you abuse your power 20 minutes into it, that's kind of fucked up. I mean, there's no reason for it. Just for a word that hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, I mean, I believe that's the definition of abuse of power.
Yeah.
I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. I get up at 4 o'clock, look at my phone, and there's 20 messages from this guy saying, hey, get up, ATS is out. There was a break in between them, and I just got banned. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And I mean, I will admit, I went over the top. I did.
Yeah, it was over the top, but who hasn't gone over the top?
And the way I look at it is, I think I was more than entitled to do that. I think, okay, maybe not wishing cancer on them. That's something you shouldn't wish on anybody. But I think I was more than entitled to be pissed off, especially when he goes and puts. If he didn't put that video on YouTube, I would have just said, I would have appealed the ban, put in my 2 cents, and left it there. But because he uploaded that video, that defames me.
Shaming you.
Yeah, I lost it. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? And the thing is, the person that banned me lives in Ontario, where I live.
Doesn't he live in the same city?
I don't know. Probably. To be able to run a server, probably.
Isn't there only like one major city in Ontario anyway?
No. There's a few.
There's more? Okay.
Like, the major cities are Ontario's capital, which is Toronto, and Canada's capital, which is Ottawa. Those are the two big ones. But there are like medium-sized ones like Belleville and Durham, and Hamilton.
Okay.
But yeah, the thing is, he lives close. And if you want to make an enemy with someone on the internet, it shouldn't be someone who you just might randomly bump into on the street one day.
Yeah, preferably someone across the ocean is who you want to make your enemy. Not
Like,
someone that
and I'm
lives in
saying-
the same state or province as you.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to make threats or anything, but I'm simply going to put it. He's lucky I'm not a violent person. He's lucky I use words.
You're not a violent person. You're not a violent person in person.
I'm not a physically violent person.
You're a very violent person in words.
Yeah. Verbally, I will rip you into fucking shreds if you piss me off.
Physically, you could probably crush him.
No. I mean, maybe. Depends on who you are. Like, I'm
I don't know.
I'm not weak, but I'm not like Arnie, But I can hold my own in a fight. I hope.
You just prefer not to. Most people don't prefer physical confrontation.
Exactly, because is it really worth it? Is it really worth damaging your body?
Sometimes it's not.
Is it really worth damaging your body over a game? Like, but yeah.
I was just saying in general, I find most times it's not even just in a video game sense.
Yeah. I'm saying in this
particular
situation.
Yeah, this fight would fix nothing.
Exactly.
And what really gets under my skin is the fact that, yeah, you flew off the handle. Who wouldn't fly off the handle? 20 minutes after release, you get banned because you said a word that hurt somebody's feelings. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. In the aftermath, the backwash.
Continue.
Where was I at?
Something about being physical.
Well, no, I said something about in the backwash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but in the backwash, you flew off the handle because, it was unjust in the way that they handled it. And after everything was said and done, you did have the balls to admit you were wrong. That was way out of line, but yeah. But they still won't listen to you. That's what's getting me, is that they just choose to go, fuck it, you pissed us off on one little thing, you insulted my heritage, you called me a faggot, you wished me cancer, you are now blacklisted, and,
Yeah.
That's what bugs me the most, is the fact that they just seem to think that, oh, well, you insulted somebody, but it doesn't matter that you apologized, and you've made a fool of yourself trying to profusely apologize on Twitter, where everyone can see it.
Exactly.
But they just won't have anything to do with it, and I think that's what really gets me the most.
Yeah. I'm thinking of naming this video in a way that when you like it, or share it, if you have your profile connected to your Twitter, when you like it and share it, as soon as you click like, it'll send it to him, and he'll get it in his notifications, and he'll realize that, really? I get it, you put a lot of hard work into this, but what's all that hard work worth if you're not going to let anybody play it? When I built my computer, it was one thing to let me play on it, but I thought to myself, like, at first I was like, I'm never going to do this for anybody else. Like, this is my hobby. But then I started thinking, it would put a smile on my face to see people enjoying my hard work, to see people playing a game on a computer I built for them. And, and I look at it, if they're going to insult me, then I'm not going to build them one. But if they come up and be like, hey man, that was out of line, I'm sorry, things were heated, I'd be like, don't worry about it, man. Maybe that's just the Canadian in me, but I think I've said this in the Spin Tires.
Do the same thing.
But I think I said this in the Spin Tires video. Me and Paul are in the wrong countries. We swapped countries somewhere at birth, because I'm one of those who will shoot you right in the face if you piss me off. Theoretically, I wouldn't actually shoot somebody. It's not worth going to jail for. But and he's the one that will literally go up and kiss your ass and say sorry. Me, I'll say sorry if I did something wrong. But if I didn't do anything wrong, fuck you. If you're offended, fuck you.
Well, that also depends with me too.
Yeah. But I'm saying
furious at things.
I'm saying out of the two of us, you're the most Canadian.
Yeah, I'm the more Canadian for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I mean, you knew me when I was working landscaping, and you've seen how fucking pissed I've got at them for bullshit that they've done.
Oh yeah. So yeah, guys, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and remember, tweet. Make up your own hashtags. Maybe one of them will trend. And if you see someone use a hashtag that relates to this video, if you want, leave the hashtag down in the comments below. We need to spread the word about this, and we need to tell people that have been banned for this reason that they're not alone, and that there are people who are here looking out for their rights to cuss like a mother trucker. Peace.